doing a story time video
about the time we had a party and somebody died. Like, okay, just like out there on the road, like dead, like
dead.
So you think we were exaggerating? Like, this is not clickbait. Like, I wish.
Yeah, not clickbait. Like
at all. Like, somebody
someone
literally died at a party we had. Like in this house, which didn't die in this house, but like the
on the
party was
road.
in this house. Like, still.
Tasha decides to throw a party.
Yeah,
to her
because
house.
everyone's like, yeah, have a party. This is like,
Summer holidays.
I don't know, if you watched YouTube in like 2013, 2014, you'd know what this thing called NCS is, right?
All the big YouTubers used to do it,
Yeah.
and now it's like smaller ones.
Yeah.
Basically, we went on the NCS thing,
and
met a load of friends, and then we had an NCS party.
Basically, yeah, because it was somebody's 18th on that day, and we wanted to like reunite and shit.
Yeah.
So we had a party, and it was at my house, and everyone came. Most of them came. So there was like, I don't know, like
30,
40 people here, like
yeah.
40 kids, and then my mum was like, okay, I'm going to invite my friends. So it was like kids, like my brothers and sisters, my mum's friends' kids, all of the friends who like, yeah, and then all the adults. So it was like,
it wasn't like a party.
it was just like a,
It sort of was, but like the younger, like our NCS group
Yeah.
were drinking.
and then it was like a barbecue basically, because
Yeah.
there was food as well.
For the
So
kids.
then, yeah. And then,
For the kids.
so there was like 60 people here, like mixing from like a baby, my brother Nicholas, to like 50. Like, I don't know how old these people were. So it was like, I don't know, the party started like 7ish, everyone came, blah, blah, blah. It was all good, all good. Everyone was like smashed.
Do you want to rugby tag with you?
Yeah, like, she wanted to give me a hug, right, and I have this like decking bit, and I was stood on like the decking, but I have a bit of decking, so it's like that big, and then another bit which is like that, and then the floor over here, so it was like steps, but it's like a long bit, and so I stood on like the second lowest bit, and she comes over to me, and I'm stood like right next to so it's like that, I'm stood like here, she runs over to me, hugs me, yeah, I'm like 2 seconds later on the floor, because she rugby tackled me, like,
I was trying to go in for a hug, but then my foot got like, I didn't realise the step was like where it was, and my foot just went boom.
yeah, and then
into
we
the
both
step.
just went,
And I kind of just pushed her in
Go
when I
on.
was stood
Like-
standing, and I was like, yeah, I was totally meant to do that.
because there was like a group of boys next to us, so she was like,
I'm such a
like,
good
yeah.
friend.
and then so everyone was getting with each other, and there was like, and even more people came, like all druggies and everyone, because my sister's like, yeah. So there was like loads of people here, and they all brought like loads of alcohol, like drugs, like I don't know, I never seen marijuana.
Yeah,
MDMA.
that was the only.
Known drug that was there,
Yeah.
but then apparently MDMA was there too. You'll see about that later in the story. Yeah. So then we all were like really drunk and everything, and then people started going off in like groups. So there would be like a group of like druggies, another group of druggies, and people just drinking, people who weren't really drinking, like adults, children, blah blah blah. So then I have like an alleyway down the side of my house, like
To get to the back door.
Yeah.
Or something.
so people were going down there. My mum was like, if you want to do weed, just go down there. So then this girl, let's call her Jenny. Jenny. She went with the boy, the druggy boys, whatever. Yeah.
And she told me, like, after all this happened, she had £5 put down to her name for MDMA.
Like,
But we didn't know this at the time.
yeah, this was at like near the end of the party. We found out this. So then she came back with all the boys, and they were just like fine.
So
And
we just
then-
thought they'd done weed and
Yeah.
everything was fine.
Yeah.
Right, so Jenny starts like hysterically crying, and we're like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
like
she had
everyone's
too
like,
much.
what? Like,
There's like people. This one girl's just thrown up.
yeah, she's like absolutely paralytic, drunk, like absolutely gone.
So
She's
she
like,
got taken home.
yeah, she got taken home.
And then Jenny, she starts hysterically crying.
Against the fence, and everyone's just like, what you want? So then one of the boys who she went with, like round the corner to do
Name
drugs,
him
yeah.
Matt.
We're gonna name him Matt. And then
Yeah.
he goes up to her and like comforts her and everything. So and he keeps telling everyone to go away from her, as if he's like trying to talk to her about something and not let anyone else see. That makes sense. Like, so it's really sketchy basically. But everyone's drunk, so they're just like, okay,
whatever.
Yeah, like nobody realises till like the next day that he was like, don't do this, like don't tell anyone. So then everyone was like, yeah, and then she went down the alleyway again, but like down the other way towards the road, and starts like throwing up everywhere.
So she starts throwing up everywhere. She's gone like down the other end to the alleyway, and there's like a street. So she like lies down on the floor. She starts throwing up everywhere.
And Matt goes with her, and he's like, no, I'll sort it out. I'll do it. Like, it's fine. Let me sort it out. Like, they're basically getting with each other that party anyway.
Bear in mind, I was talking to Matt at the time. Right?
Yeah.
He's also Lucy's ex.
Yeah, my sister's ex.
Yeah.
And then he's getting with this other girl at my party.
Yeah. And I was still like trying to get with him because I was drunk as well. Yeah. So like I was like, oh no, come here.
Yeah. So she was like, no, Matt, come with me, and he's like, no, I need to take care of Jenny. Like, don't come near me and Jenny. Like, I'm gonna sort Jenny out, not you. And like, he would not. Like, my mum was like, get out of the way, let me sort her out. She's like being sick everywhere. This isn't right. Like, what's wrong with her? What did you do? Like, all of this shit. And then
like not like normal alcohol or just like weed. Like you would not get that reaction.
Yeah. Like we already
terrible.
Seen it with the other girl. She was just throwing up. She had like so much to drink. Like, and Jenny wasn't like that. She was so much worse than that. It was like the first girl, Jenny. Like, it was so much far past. Oh, it was never seen that before in my life. And then so everyone was like, wait, why is everyone down there? Why is my mum worrying? Like, what's all of this about? So we went down there, and she's like led on the floor. Jenny's led on the floor, and she's just like throwing up like that. So my mum puts her in a recovery position, so like it just comes out of her mouth instead of she choking on it, because obviously you didn't want that to happen because she'll die. And then so she's just laying there, and then like in a recovery position, and then everyone's silent because nobody knows what's going on, and then nobody hears her breathing. Like, she's just like, she's not breathing. So my mum like throws her onto her back, and she's like, do you know in like films when they have like bad dreams, they're like led down and they're like like that, like, and yeah, it was like that basically. And she like took the biggest breath ever. And that happened like 3 or 4 times. Like, she'd start being sick again, like, and all this happened.
Do your mum have to like do mouth to mouth at some point?
Yeah, like,
we'll
get to that bit. Like,
so they like called the ambulance, called her mum and was like, you need to come pick her up, or we're calling an ambulance, you need to take us to the hospital, like, we don't know what's wrong with her, like, she's done something we don't know. And
then her mum's like, I'm not coming to get her, like, what, it's your fault that you had a party, I'm not coming to get her, and don't call an ambulance because
I'll call the police on you. She threatened to call the police on
my mum, so because she was going to call an ambulance.
But we called an ambulance anyway because that's a stupid thing not to.
Yeah, and then
so like she got in the ambulance and her mum came down eventually.
Eventually, yeah, but then like just before that, after a few of like my mum doing that, like from the recovery position to her back, yeah, she was like, my mum put her into the recovery. This is like when they started to be like, shit, we need to call an ambulance, because she put her in the recovery position. And then she stopped breathing again. Mum was like, yeah, we've done this a few times, blah, blah, blah. And then, so she put her on her back and she didn't breathe again. Like, she didn't do the thing. And she was just led there. And my mum was like, shit. So she put her back in recovery position, tried again, and then still nothing. So she was like,
CPR.
Yeah. And then, like, nothing was happening. This was like, it was going on for a good, like, 2.5, 3 minutes. Like, she was, like, not breathing for that long. Like, she was dead for like a few minutes on the bed, like out there. Like, her heart wasn't, like, she couldn't find a pulse either. Like, my mum was freaking out. Like, this girl had no pulse, she wasn't breathing, and it was at a party, which my mum was like, yeah, let's have a party. Like, my mum was freaking out, and her mum wasn't coming down either. So, what could you do? And then, yeah, so mum had to, like, this girl's like 16, my age, like, yeah. So mum had to give this girl mouth to mouth while we're in an ambulance. My mum's crying, everyone else is crying because they're really scared. Like, she's dead, like, just on the road, like, dead, like, bye, see ya. And then, so the ambulance arrives, her mum arrives finally, she's a fucking bitch.
Oh, by the way, they did bring her back to life.
Yeah, like, she's alive at this point. Like, just as the ambulance gets here, like, she's like, and then, like, yeah. So mum was like, fuck, I ain't doing that again. So she's like, yeah, you just breathe, okay? Fucking breathe.
So she gets her into the ambulance, makes sure she's alright, and then gets everyone else back into the house.
Yeah.
Make sure the people who aren't staying here go home and things like that.
And then
And she comes into the room and has a serious talk with everyone.
Yeah.
Tasha's there, pissing herself laughing because she's
oh my
fucking
god, I'm so bad.
drunk as fuck. Yeah. I was sat there like serious as anything. She sits there like pissing herself laughing. She's like, her mum's like walked in the room, tears streaming down her face, and she's like, no more parties. I just had to bring my family back to life. And Tasha sits there like
I'm so
pissing
bad
herself,
at like
I was like, are you
some
okay?
people
Like,
are
shut the
gonna
fuck up.
understand this. Like, if it's a bad situation, I can't just be there like, but I cannot be serious because I'm I'll cry and I don't want to cry. Like, psychological, I don't know. And then
I laugh
so
at
it's
funerals.
like, yeah, like, you did. But like, I can't do it. Like anything, I cannot do it. Like, yeah. So I was just like laughing. I wasn't
I
like,
get it, but like,
yeah.
I was just at that point. I was just like, nah, this isn't.
So we
funny
nearly fell
anymore.
out because she was
I
telling
was
me
like,
off.
shut the fuck up.
She was like telling me off and shit, and I was just like, "Okay." And then one of my friends who was staying was like, wait, she told me that she had MD,
And we were just like,
and everyone was like, wait, how the fuck
sorry.
did she get that? And then so everyone was really confused, and nobody knew if it was true or anything, blah blah blah. And then so everyone went to sleep, and it was all fine. And then like the next day or like the day after or something, the same girl comes back and was like, I just spoke to Matt, and he said, I just spoke to somebody and said that Matt gave Jenny MD, and that's why he wouldn't let anyone talk to her, because he didn't want anyone to find out about that happening at my party, because my mum would tell him off, blah, blah, blah. And then especially when she started doing all of that, it would be like his fault, so he didn't want anyone to know. And then so then my friend basically went up to him and confirmed it basically with him, and that, yeah, like, don't take MD, kids. It's not a good idea.
well, Matt's a dickhead anyway.
Yeah, Matt's a dickhead. Jenny's just, she's now a bitch, so
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm joking,
She's
that's
alright.
me. Like, yeah, but
There's times, but then there's times for everyone.
yeah, don't do drugs, kids, or alcohol.
Don't do
anything.
drugs.
Yeah. And that's the time somebody died at our party.
Woo!
Well done, congratulations.
Yeah.
She's alive, don't worry.
Yeah. Everyone's fine. It's all
Everyone's
like,
fine. Maybe
blame
like
over.
mentally scarred or something, but still,
your mum might be, but.
yeah, like, they'll get over it, it's fine.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
We will hopefully have a video next week. Probably not though, because we're shit at
Hopefully.
life. Hopefully.
Thanks. Like,
to like,
subscribe, comment. Bye.
Who's most likely to crash a car?